Well, because I was on Disney earlier.
Right. So you just switch monitors and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Easier.
Hello! I think we're good. I think. That's not showing the game? Like, what game we're playing? Okay. There we go. We've got it. Okay. So, the Moogle, he went to talk to the Moogle after the hunts, and the Moogle said something. What did the Moogle say?
Basically, he mentioned that that the Moogle people have a different name for everyone. And so, like, the Iron Blood used to be called, or they called them the Smithies. And then the people of Storm, I don't know what they call them. It's essentially just Moogles being Moogles, but just renaming everything at their own whim. Trip to the Isles.
You mean the Iron Kingdom?
There we go. That's what I said. Is that what you call it? In Moogle Town, we call them the Smithies. That's the quench on this side,
okay. Which he now has an S rank hunt.
Yeah, which probably
not bad for a boy from the Imperial Barracks, eh?
So we ended with killing Titan and destroying his...
I'm gonna go turn
It's good to have you back. I was worried.
If you're desperate to know more about Waloed, Vivian's your girl. But if I were you, I'd be heading straight to my bed.
Well, we did that last time. That's how
We've seen troops amassing at every border crossing.
Oh, Otto telling us to go straight to bed. Like, that's what we did last time.
It was the same after Drake's breath.
Should have prepared better.
Yes. Yes. Great starts.
Well, I didn't expect to be so cold.
She's cold, so she gets to eat ice cream.
Yes.
To be fair, by the time it's thawed enough, it'll be warm. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be hot from the PlayStation.
There we go. Alright. Put on my glasses so my eyes don't hurt so much.
Let me scream at you too.
Sure. Why not? Let's do all the things. Alright. Talking to Vivian.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waloeders.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waloeders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus?
No.
One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest.
That's a long time for a dominant to be around.
But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
He wants the crystals destroyed.
In summary, I know not to what end the royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Apparently I did it for you. Ooh, actually you should check the tree. Vivian.
And how may I assist you today?
Ask about Hugo.
Kupka and the Fang were the bedrock upon which the Republic stood. Now that both have crumbled, Dhalmekia's descent into chaos is all but assured.
So what of its parliament?
You ask. Will the ministers not take it upon themselves to pick up the pieces of their crumbling nation? I doubt it. They have little love for their people, only their own preservation.
Which leaves but one man.
Standing between Dhalmekia and disaster, former Field Marshal Eugene Havel. If any is to pick up the baton of command, it surely shall be he. But as the bitter tides of ire and avarice rise around him, how long will he be able to keep his head above water, I wonder?
What is it that you wish to learn? I have the details here.
So now he's been updated Frostwolf. Icon battle.
remains a mystery, is right.
So the speculation between us is that he's Leviathan.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Right.
Because there's not really a place for it on the seals either, so... So, is he therefore a servant of Ultima, whispering in Barnabas's ear?
I don't know. Because how the hell was he able to carry Hugo out?
Well, if he's been enhanced by the Fallen, or by the... Yeah, Fallen. If Ultima is a Fallen. That's my speculation.
Oh, what's up there? Informs of Olivier's enthronement.
And third person. So some updated to call him the Emperor yet. He's starting to crystallize. Right there.
Yeah. So I'm surprised it doesn't have a line though.
Yeah. To be fair, there's no line between Jill and I either.
Yeah.
Not even friends.
I think there used to be one though. It used to be travel companions, I think.
Rescues.
Yeah. So at one point it was traveling companions, but maybe because
Because she's been out of the last few missions.
yeah. Yeah, visits. Holy Empress manipulates. Secretly backs. Mistrust.
They part company. We've already seen this. And her just off there. So, I mean, interestingly enough, and I don't know if we can read in this or not, the only other person outside of a faction color is Ultima.
Yeah.
Medicine Girl and Ultima.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's see.
Sorry. Just making sure.
There's Sid's daughter. We'll talk to soon. Alrighty.
Here you are.
Troops retreated. Mining settlements. Ah, that's right. They did talk about the adamantite at one point. So he talked about it falling pretty early on in the cutscene with Benedicta.
Hmm.
Return home.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Let the people know the news.
Karen, Blackthorn, and Tomes.
Because, you know, it's not like word would have spread instantly.
Yeah.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Cooker is dead.
I can't tell you.
He almost sounds or looks like he's gonna cry.
Yeah.
This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Talk to Goots. See if he is.
Someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Cooker is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders then.
It's always a possibility, but...
Start to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head though.
Not a good shot.
Come on, Clive. I was hoping you'd be back soon.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Cooker is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Little shits.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Cooker fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him with my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you
And
did.
Sid said he was aware.
Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Yeah, it's not great. And I don't know if it's because I put white chocolate on there too, or just their ice cream's not great in general.
So, yeah, go ahead and throw it away.
Oh, hush ship
Ah!
What were you gonna say, love?
sails on the main.
So what?
The breath of ages at her back, adventure in her veins. Oh, her ship lies still in harbour, her soul sails on the main. The breath of ages at her back, adventure in her veins. Ivan's newest dish is a masterpiece.
Not bad for a boy from the Imperial Barracks, eh?
Thank you, Clive.
You look like you could do with a drink. That's what we like to hear. Knock 'em back, everyone. Sid's buying.
I love
Don't be a
dots,
stranger, Sid.
but not the green ones.
So I was just going to comment, like, if it's so hard to find information, how did Joshua and Sid,
Know about them, yeah.
It's true. I heard
even
it
if
from
Sid didn't
Otto's
know the
own
name,
lips.
Joshua was able to find even the name.
Right.
And he said from his travels through the realm.
But even Sid knew that he was trouble. That you weren't gonna
But
have.
maybe Joshua's been investigating
troops
fallen
and
ruins or
mercenaries on
something.
board of them.
specifically.
Maybe.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Is everything we've received?
Neither was
Everything
I.
Promised.
800 ability points.
There you are.
Many claim they wish to change the world. Few actually take upon themselves to do so. You are an inspiration to us all. Nameless person. I am patron, but I felt like saying person.
Best of
All the
luck
green
out
ones
there,
are
Sid.
packaged up. Ah. New recipe and new items.
Speaking with Otto.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongue down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Quests throughout the realm.
Clive! It was luck, and luck alone.
It saw me safely out of the hideaway that night. So many others didn't make it. I see them, you know, in my dreams sometimes. Always tell them I'm sorry that I wasn't able to save them.
But now,
And now I can tell them something different. That Kupka's dead. That you avenged them. And I know what they'll say back to me. So let me say it for them.
thank you, Clive.
Yeah, I've been really upset they didn't actually just finish and say Clive on that.
Quick look.
Ah.
2 quests.
Always something in there.
Oh, you'll be allowed back at the end.
Oh, Lubor's on my side now, so probably.
I know what you're going to tell me. Thank you, Clive. Thank you.
When it comes to boyish charm, Goops has an indomitable rival in Gav. One is the sweet little babe in arms to be cooed over. The other, the naughty little boy who'd pull on my pigtails.
I don't see pigtails.
Yeah.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal.
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise.
There it is.
Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I was hoping you'd say that. Things first.
Manipulation.
I need some parts making. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapours away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides, that stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
You just need to be the errand boy.
Yeah. Good old Clive, I was hoping.
We're seeing troops amassing.
Oh, can you... I just realized we're kind of dark. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. Normally I don't care, but I don't want to blow out anyone's eardrums.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will you?
All right.
We're all doing this one.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
I'll put it there in case you want some.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
Letting off steam. 1.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Gav, right?
Although it'd be interesting to run with Otto.
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Alamill.
Now you got a quest down there anyway.
I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of this stuff from Blackthorn's supply. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting him fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
So you gotta go to Last Wing and... so do you want to go do that other one first or that one first? I just asking.
It's not like we couldn't do it later, but might as well knock him out. Kill our momentum.
I'm sorry. I just asking.
Good day to you.
Tell him I'm just asking. Hey, they've got something new.
You haven't much, but you're free to look.
It's like up 5 but lose 15. Was it 15 or 10?
I trust it's all here. Good day.
Good day.
Are we had to dig a new cellar store?
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course we will.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will. Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
Don't trust him. It's all but spent.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway. Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees.
She does
Ran
not
back here
look
as quick as my legs would carry
like
me.
her voice would
and I
sound.
ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
But Goots is alright.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
If you talk to the right person first, then don't talk to everyone else. Cool.
Well, it's like, now that we know Goots, his voice doesn't bother me. From the get-go, I was kind of like, aw. But she looks really young, and her voice sounds, you know, older like Karen's.
Well, maybe she's a smoker.
Maybe.
We know cigars are a thing.
Yeah.
You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they
Black
escape.
Shields. We love killing them, right?
Black Shields.
Racist bastard.
Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here
Yeah.
Why were they here? Are they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
For a second, I thought that was Gav.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare.
What's going on?
If we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lost Wing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport.
Ugh.
I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself.
Wow.
But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lost Wing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
get to help.
That's a hell of a side quest.
Yeah, right?
That seems like a main story shit.
I'm not going to change his mind.
No, I'd want to join. Let me help you. What the fuck? Oh, there's some new merch there, too.
Oh, hopefully they'll give me another side quest later.
It's like, why in the world is that a side quest? I'm so confused.
My carpets.
Take a sniffer, sir.
Hurry, not
There'll be no one to man the shop. Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
That was one hell of a side quest. Looks like there's a person sitting there. Oh, my leg. Your arm, my leg.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Dice roll.
I feel like express yourself or focus on your work would be good choices because he didn't really have good times there.
Well, it's more about you're trying to live again to push forward. So thinking about the past doesn't actually help you push forward.
Right.
So. Yeah, maybe it's like a focus on your work one day at a time kind of thing. Well, that's how a lot of people deal with loss, bury themselves in their work.
Focus on the job at hand. Think about what you can do right now.
What use is proofing loaves when... Wait. Perhaps the solution has been in the bakery all along. You've opened my eyes. Thank you, friend, and fare thee well.
He's gonna make Drake's Fang biscuits now.
Yeah.
I'll make my own little mother.
Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
At least you don't have to pay Gil to fast travel.
My carpet!
Take a stiff, good sir. You'll be trans.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steeple peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals.
That'd be a lot of salt.
Crystals! Master, I have found my
It's
purpose.
the desert.
I must use my work here to
Might keep them
preserve
hydrated.
the memory of the Fang.
Doesn't usually keep you hydrated.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something.
You should fill it with like candied peaches or something.
Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
Have I got one quick?
Mm-hmm. It would make a fine gift.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav?
Someone's asking for a ride for tomorrow.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
That's why I'm texting.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
You remember how small Meme's youngest was, right? She just graduated high school like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but she's still small.
I can't. How is she that
So
old?
this is Stardust.
You've got a hair
just looks
on
like
your
black
nose
sand to
that
me.
won't- I'm sorry, folks.
So am I.
I think I got it with the wind.
should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Legend has it. A star once fell from the heavens and punctured a hole in the Damakian desert. It sprung forth the fountainhead of the river Belk.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat? Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you.
You better keep coming back. I'll be pissed if you die.
I know. This conversation almost makes me want to cry.
Makes me worry.
Yeah.
Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You'll be sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
back, are you? Good bloody riddance.
If there's ever a man who deserved a rusty knife in the gut, it was that prick. Not to let him carry around a rusty knife. His death won't bring back the people he lost, but it'll ease a few hearts.
Mine included. What do you want?
His enhancer isn't as bad as the other one.
Because it's a +1. Diamond sword. Apparently I need a diamond sword.
Anything else?
Check Karen, because she's got new. Karen!
Well, don't just stand there gawping. It's a relief.
Feels like we can breathe again. No more living in fear.
Thank you, Clive.
I know I don't say it often, but I mean it. Oh, and best of luck. When you hear every other worldly woe pale in comparison to the threat of Hugo Cooper. Now he's gone. We finally have time to get everyday gripes and grumbles.
Karen, you're not supposed to be a Karen.
As the captain of this little ship, I'm sure you'll be on the receiving end of more than a few. More side quests then.
Yeah, right.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
She doesn't have a diamond.
Is that all?
Reward.
Fire in the sky. So yeah, you might have a little bit. Yeah, because I'm wondering if Goots gets a stall, because it says can be purchased from Goots' toll. So got a little bit, I think.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
What are you doing?
What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
That's real nice, man. They're helping you out in the damn... Helena. That's horrible.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why,
If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing.
Go figure.
The thing is,
See?
well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Getting ready for the war.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Looks like you can send whoever you need to protect my way if you want. Like, I would protect them. Hole? I think so. Oh, maybe not. Looks like them. Brief glance, anyway.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Nervous as hell about it.
Anybody home?
I wonder if you've got that chest already. Ah.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Unwanted visitor. That block does come in handy. Good job.
Not really, but okay.
Hey, it died and you didn't. Good job.
Yeah. I was sloppy.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Yeah, right?
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Should be getting a lot more renown than that.
It's renowned. I want more ability points. 5,500 to get what I want.
Was there any blue left over? Or was there a chest? Okay, I don't know if you had opened it yet or not. Over that way. I know there was a chest there. It was showing up when you had to fight. Yeah, maybe so. Okay, there's the blue. Then the chest would have been that way. Yeah. Okay.
That's the first chest that was white like that we made a comment on.
Okay. Probably just straight up, yeah, teleport.
We're seeing troops amassing.
Hey.
No surprises there.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Said that last time.
Here you are.
Well, I think it was Northreach that the merchant had something new.
Yes.
All done?
Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm.
Emphasis on
She'll
her
be along
name.
shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Take it yourself, you lazy bum.
Oh, her MO is she gets everyone else to do everything for her.
You lazy bum. I know, I'm fairly one to talk, but...
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy now.
Yeah, I'm trying to go tell Sid. But Mid keeps... Ah.
What you told me may end up being a spoiler, actually.
Huh?
Hippocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Hello, Waffles. So what was it you were trying to say?
I'm talking about Goose's shot or stall may have been a spoiler.
Oh.
I'm thinking that might mean that Karen dies.
Oh.
Because why overlap otherwise?
Yeah.
And he always talks about his Nan, Karen. I mean, he's been saying that from the very beginning. Oh, Nan's gonna be mad.
Yeah.
Stop looking stuff up, even if it's helpful.
Well...
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever
Might
will
be a
that
good
girl
thing.
think of next? What
Won't
are
hurt
these
as much.
notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist
How
extreme
are you,
heat on the
Waffles?
inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
Good.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Yeah, since Mid has you doing her dirty work.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always.
Oh no.
Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
Between Jill and Taya.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
It's a serious little decision point here. Yeah.
We'll talk to either one of them.
I will.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
Yeah.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
Yeah, so basically that's her input.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
I almost want to take Tarya just because I took Gav. And when Jill get upset though.
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Oh, we just unlocked the
Garlic.
bad ending.
Conch shells? Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
Yeah, there
All
we
right.
go.
Stay safe.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research.
Harpocrates and I'll look after things here. You head over to Northreach.
See, it ended up being perfect because she needed... And you get to go to Northreach and check out the merchant anyway.
Yeah, spend more money.
Now, where's Talia?
Do you see anything you like?
The neighbor's dog.
Ooh, 50,000 deal.
Wow.
There's all my money.
He's a keen eye.
Hey, you weren't kidding.
Come back again.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have you spoiling another catch.
Need to stock up on these.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
Go visit Isabel.
What can I interest you in today? I hope it's to your liking. Good day.
How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Oi, don't touch anything. Go on, take it.
That should do it. Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Off we do the day first.
Did you hear?
The gates to heaven.
I want to see you again.
Captain's still late with the pay, eh?
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Olive Talk?
How can the veil serve you today?
Nothing
Do stay out of trouble.
new. I can't stay out of trouble. My accomplice won't let me.
Trouble always finds you as well. Well, 5.
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat.
Missed a chance to chat with Jill.
It's fine. We never really talk with her.
Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring...
It's nice to hear it, though.
You're appreciated, too. By all of us.
I'm glad we took her.
I'll probably reload the save later and see what see if there was anything special with Jill.
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tomes so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
Imagine doing it to yourself.
It's crazy.
Reminds me of Captain Commander. When the doctor gets a bullet wound. And he ends up having to have surgery on himself because no one else is able to do it.
Yeah. Oh, look, the Enterprise is on there. Oh, excuse me. That was a combination. Oh, come here, Nigel. Mommy wants cuddles.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
You're Castrian, yeah. You're Castrian.
The notes to see visited. Thank you, Clive.
Got poop on your butt. Hi. Hello. Interesting. That other was kind of dark.
Not bad.
Sid! Look what the curse breakers brought back from Dalmekia. Said they were all the rage in Dalamil. Looks sort of funny if you ask me.
I'll be damned.
Have you had one before?
Something smells good. What are we having?
Bombs! And they are good. You should try one.
Eh? The bloody great hole in it. Who ate the rest?
It's supposed to be hollow, silly. Haven't you ever seen Drake's Fang?
So you wouldn't have that conversation if we didn't do the side quest. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
That's funny.
That's a little bit of a impact for your trouble.
Yeah. Now, apparently they're becoming all the rage.
Welcome home. He had a successful trip.
Ah, better late than never. We're ready to begin whenever you are.
Excuse me.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Yeah.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Oh, it'll be fine. Yeah. 500. Really good.
Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
I do hate that you have to walk all the way around.
I went up to give some greens to
Went and bloody bit me.
What, you want an eighth rank network inside of the... It's not like it's as big as
I
Limbo.
just started reading books that don't have any.
Huh, I thought you would have had to like go all the way around, but that works.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
We shall travel by the power of cutscene.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest salmon you can find. This is going to require some precision walloping.
I didn't realize he was a welder, too.
There's no welding, just hammering and riveting.
Yeah.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off, my gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
That's how you're feeling. He had to change his oil today and nearly broke his arm trying to get the filter off.
Slight exaggeration.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realised I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
New quest is available nearby.
It told me.
Oh. It's in your chambers. Oh, that too.
Weird science. It's a plus.
Building a ship.
And a new missive has been delivered.
That's a ship.
Oh, that's a plus quest.
Maybe the ship.
Well, that's it then. I'm bugger. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes.
She uses
blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
What was it you said? Hey. You commented something, but...
Probably just effective. Oh yes, that's my job.
Bomb ash or something. I don't know.
Think
Let's play back the tape. No. Guess you gotta go visit the hunt board.
It's quite smart.
The croc. So is that gil or is it ability points?
That's skill. Ability points are blue.
Or what?
Ability points are blue. Crook and Sembrook. Oh, okay. That's I just found out you could do that. That's cool.
What?
If you mouse over a teleport thing, you can click the local map of that area.
Oh.
Could be through here. Let's see what else we got.
You've got a spot that doesn't look like it's been discovered yet, but...
Right. Yeah, a couple of spots. One. Right here.
It's croc. You sure?
Yeah.
I can look.
It's fine. We got in trouble last time.
I won't say nothing.
No. Stop it. You better find it.
Fly, Ambrosia.
There's the see what's over here first.
Back to the stables, girl.
By the way, if you guys want a show to watch, you can watch Claim to Fame and Crime Scene Kitchen, which both season 1s are available on Hulu, but Claim to Fame has 1 episode out so far, and a new one airs tomorrow, but we watch it on Hulu on Tuesdays.
Ooh.
That's creepy as shit.
Your Majesty.
But the first episode so far has definitely been interesting. That's Claim to Fame. And actually even Crime Scene Kitchen. Because I learned of a new recipe.
when they don't have a stagger gauge.
Huh?
It's harder when they don't have a stagger gauge.
Mm-hmm.
Your reign is over. Now to collect. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If the wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
I guess there's 2 plus
Maybe.
side quests? I don't know. Yeah, at your desk. I don't see another. Yeah. I don't see another quest, but.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let none say otherwise. Right then. Let's get this contraption up and running. There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
can hold more? What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the
Or
Alembic
your elixirs.
that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or 2 more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
If that's the issue, why don't you just get a bigger bag?
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Don't need to lay on the keyboard. As that gives you a level up. Yay. So what is the elixir for?
It's a full deal.
It's interesting that it doesn't show up in that.
Because it doesn't modify it. Still can only hold 2.
Yeah. It's like, what's the best way to get there?
Wish I could take one of my
Need a teleport system. Turn into a bird. Or build ski lifts.
I went up to give some green.
Maybe we'll have a certain engineer figure something out.
Yeah. Build a ski lift.
He cracked the crystal too.
Three quests. You know, you could get quests through these things.
Not yet, I guess.
You're not gonna do side quests?
Huh?
Not gonna do the side quests?
Well, I guess we should see what the other two are, but I guess we can answer it. Because I'm thinking it'll teleport it to you.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Okay. Wasn't sure.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
A bone to pick. A bone to pick with that dog.
Maybe he needs a bone. And they're not on. The pin is my job.
So you've got some people to see.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Let's turn into a side quest room.
Blacksmith Blues 2.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
No, not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
It's like back to her.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you
Just talk
want?
to you.
Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning. Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All Canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
So we gotta go back
Good
to
hunting, Clive.
Bernard's.
Internal ones, so I can pull out.
Heading in all different. No matter whose funeral it is, heading in all kinds of directions.
Is that the thing Tomes held?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
That's just a part of her ship.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the Hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it may be my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I will dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the Hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Uncle!
Yeah.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. You've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're going to make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
You can take care of Karen.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No.
No.
I knew it. I knew it.
Well, this so rarely goes the way you think. I went for the funniest route. Yay.
Oh, that was great.
Okay, lots of stuff to do. At least Martha and Cressida are in the same area.
Mm-hmm.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Talk to the servant girl, see what she says.
The whole Mother Crystal gone.
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friend's pockets might be.
Yeah, just been a tremor. You. Listen, I've got this theory. The fallen, I don't think they all fell. Some of them are still living among us. You could be one of them. I could be one of them.
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. One of our wealthy patrons has purchased the use of every room, hoping to keep out the riffraff, as he puts it.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
And I'd suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen? Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Pitiful jump.
Won't let you jump over the stairs.
got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
You can try.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamel.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
That's a name he hasn't used in
A
forever.
formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship.
Samurai?
They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis.
Oh,
Lord
no.
Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross
Good
again.
thing you didn't say his name.
Raheem, we mustn't dawdle.
That's hilarious.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
I don't know if he's even on Byron's radar, honestly.
Yeah. Ugh.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
I'm reading the text about it.
One of 3 brilliant gemstones acquired and set aside by Cid for a rainy day. Otto now deems that day to have arrived and wishes to use the rubies to pay off 3 outstanding debts to Lady Karen, Martha's Rest, and Isabella of the Vale.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too.
Mm-hmm.
And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome either. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
Yeah, that's why Isabel lets him call her Isabel. She lets you call her Isabel.
Yeah.
What?
Take that back right now.
He's like, we'll talk about this later. Because they were in the middle of a fight, but it almost distracted him from the fight.
love Martha like a sister.
As she just
Let's
appears
go.
in the mist. Although it is a little surprising they don't have a you can snooze to heal.
Oh, if you go to the highway, you automatically heal. Technically, I guess you could say that.
Ah, okay. I didn't realize.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Boy, they all moved in after we helped Bernard.
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Stay down.
Standing on the gate.
Now,
As you always end up with blood splatter all over your face.
will it be enough, I wonder?
Dancing for that one.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy.
All doggos are puppies.
You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
We need some more, apparently. So after we finish all the side quest stuff, do you want to call it there, or...
How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Did you hear?
The gates to heaven already early were breached by someone.
I want to see you again.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Oil of Talc? Still no...
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warmed. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
That's great.
I wonder if his son was branded.
I
wonder if his son was going to be a branded or something.
Maybe.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now I know what you're after. I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
5. Call that for later. 1.
You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him. Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
As it almost looks like it's raining on his anvil.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade to rattle me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon I get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard wearing for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just Don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone.
Ouch.
Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Oh, okay. I think this unlocks it.
Excalibur.
Back, are you? So, what'll it be?
Nice.
Wow. For that.
265.
Better.
Yeah, the diamonds.
But
It's
make it right.
it's just a little bit better. Yeah, 268 versus 265.
Should last you a good while. That it? Fine.
Although I don't know about Diamond 2, but because I think it's Diamond 1, Diamond 2, right? So I don't know if it'd be.
I looked for it.
What do you need? What's saying Fordian, do you?
Okay.
And?
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse
I
and
thought I
plenty.
saw him dealing with fire and
That
making
number
and
has
lightning
only
at one
grown
point, but
as the realm's dominance
I thought lightning
folded
was
to
the
your
first thing he
sword.
did.
One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I'm not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Best friend. According to the chart. It looked like equipment.
Okay.
Several elementally charged orbs. It looked like, yeah, Cavil's Fang. Slightly increases Torgal's attack potency.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you're as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Isabel was wanting to refuse it too.
I hope you have better luck than I did.
So did Martha.
Huh?
So did Martha.
Almost. Well, she was wanting to refuse how much it would be.
Right.
For her reputation. Whereas Isabel was like, no, I don't. My goal is to help you guys, and I told Otter that. Please. So Karen's being the same way as Isabel, I think.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer, but you prefer the debt was repaid in coin.
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you like me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another, and our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Fair.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
So who would buy it? Be
I
funny
hear you
if she
ended
was
up
meeting
delivering all
Isabel.
3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, All because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... oh, forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go with the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
Can I clear it first?
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Side quests. How was that a side quest? They even had cutscenes in it. Sid's goblet.
According to Otto, Sid never once washed his goblet, despite using it every day for both wine and small beer. I won't have it said that I'm a poor host, Sid.
Said that.
Now we gotta go talk with him again, but... Yes. We might be able to stream a little bit later tomorrow.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
today,
Yes, 'cause it's
today,
July, yes.
I should say,
That
because
is
it's
true.
12:25 here. But he is off for the 4th of July, so
We have enough for now.
huh?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
The goddess Grieger teaches us that to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good. If we are to accept this truth, then one could not rightly call he who follows this path an outlaw, a humble servant.
You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Reminds me of a joke. So a blonde goes in to get her sweater dry cleaned, and as she's leaving, the clerk says, "Come again." She goes, "No, it's just mustard this time." So is that other one the other Sid? Because you said you wanted to see what Jill would have said, or did you save over it? Okay.
No, I kept it separate.
Okay.
That's...
Okay, everybody. We will see you tomorrow for the next stream. Bye.